Hey everyone, Drew Dillon, Columbus Weightlifting. You know what time it is, mobility. So what we're shooting for is we're looking at the hip. I got Katie here, we're out here in Chicago doing a USAW level 1. Katie knows some mobility, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually look at the QL for her hip, and that area, if I spin her around, is right here, say from her spine over to her obliques, from her last rib down to her hip, okay? We're gonna hit that, and then we're also gonna hit the psoas. Now the psoas is something not a lot of people attack, and it's not the most effective to reach on our own, but using a lacrosse ball or a beastie ball by rumble roller and a yoga block, we can get to it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have her attack the QL first. What I like to do, if I take her and spin her around, one more time, keep coming, and you think of this area, I like to break it into quarters, right? So think of this as quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, right? And we attack that by putting the lacrosse ball while we lay down on those spots, and here's what I'm gonna have her do. So I'm gonna have her, let's scoot back just a little bit. Katie, come on over here. Let's have you lay down on your back. So you want something firm. The turf's a little soft. I'm gonna have you place this in your QL right on your back, right? So as she picks one of those quarters, she's just gonna relax. And then I'm gonna have her take a deep breath in, and then as she exhales, I'm gonna have her crunch towards the ball and kind of over and hold there. She can breathe while she's holding the spot, but I want her to think about 2 to 3 breaths, maybe even 4, of just holding in that spot. Once she gets to that point, I'm gonna have her relax again, and then do another 2 to 3 breaths, right? And then she'll do that in that spot for, say, 2 or 3 rounds of that, and then she'll move to the next quarter. So you got 4 spots on each side of the spine that you'll be attacking. So now let's look at the psoas. So what we're gonna do is to get the psoas, I'm gonna have Katie take the ball. You need a lacrosse ball, a yoga block, or basically a lacrosse ball and something that can raise the lacrosse ball off the ground. We need help to get this in. If you're not familiar with the psoas, it's actually running along the spine, and the way we're gonna actually get to it is go through her stomach to it. So I'm gonna instruct her to find her belly button and come a couple fingers over to the side of it, right? And then she's going to position the lacrosse ball to that spot next to her belly button, and then allow herself to sink onto it and let herself relax so she can get to that spot on the psoas. So go ahead and do that. So as she positions the spot, she's then using her arms very well to regulate the pressure that she's letting it sink into the psoas. Again, same concept of breathing. Think 3 or 4 breaths on that spot, and then using your arms to kind of lift yourself up and do a couple more breaths and relax, and then try to sink back on that spot, a few more breaths, and then again use your arms to lift you up and relax. So that's what we got this week. We're looking at the hip. Any questions, let me know, but those are 2 really effective ones that we don't see a lot. I use the QL all the time, and honestly, I probably should use the psoas more often than I do. Those are a couple. Try them out. Let me know how you like them.